street food.
Street foodies, thank you for tuning in to Season 7 and this, its final installment. I appreciate you sticking with me. I appreciate those of you patrons of the show who continue to support it and make it possible. It seems like most of you would rather see exotic Chinese snacks as opposed to the US-based food trucks that I've been featuring on the show this last half of Season 7. I'm basing that on the declining views that my episodes have gotten since basing them in the US, but rest assured, I will be back in China in a few months, and if there are new snacks, I'll be happy to tell you about them. Again, to those of you who have stuck with the show, thank you. Now, I wanted this episode to feel representative of Season 7, which, to be fair, has been kind of all over the place. So this episode will be a sort of hodgepodge. We're going to eat it on the street, at a restaurant, and in our house. It's going to be a feast. Let's get to it. In Panama City, I met up with YouTuber and longtime friend of mine, the surfing violinist. We've done some episodes together in Thailand in the past. Check out his channel, surfing, music, culture, it has something for everyone. Ford and I went to a Friday night gathering in downtown Panama City. A lot of old cars, some live music at varying levels of quality, and food trucks.
What do we got here, street food?
These are lumpias. I think they're a little more authentic because they're extra long, and right now they're extremely hot. I just burned my fingers.
How was your first bite, scalding bite?
I can still taste it's like a cigarette burn on the middle of my tongue.
Okay, so not the best time to actually ask.
No, it doesn't get my endorsement yet.
Lumpias. I like it. It melts in your mouth.
We also had gator tail. As I've warned you on this show already, alligators don't play. We got gator tail on a stick. It does not taste good. This is the kind of thing you eat in order to reassert dominance over the animal kingdom. You watch these gators rolling up in your neighborhood, using the crosswalk like good citizens.
Got a gator.
Oh, he's pissed. I don't think you're getting over that fence, pal.
And you're like, oh yeah? I'm gonna deep fry that tail, son. It's not that good.
Look, this could be any meat.
It's like if a chicken lived in the ocean.
Yeah, this is unnatural.
Hey, dude. Hey, Rowan, say hey.
It's look at that tail. And look at that.
Need to get that on a skewer.
So I heard about this place. It's called Hawkers. In Malaysia, they have things called hawker stalls. And it's got to be the same thing because the place we're going is called Hawkers Asian Street Food. Asian food, Vietnamese, Thai, Chinese, etc. Now, I've never been there, but I've been dreaming of it because, you know, I miss my street food. I'm just excited to see what it might be. It's an adventure. Our friends Nick and Marilyn live in Palau, a tiny island in the Pacific.
We're kind of the Caribbean for Asia. We have about 12 to 14,000 tourists come in every month, and in a country that only has 21,000 people.
They don't do much street food in Palau, but I asked them what they do like to eat.
We have a good mix. Palauan, typical Palauan would just be basically fish, and then your starches would be like taro and juca. But with the Asian influence from the Japanese and the Filipinos, they eat a lot of rice now.
Some of our favorites are the Filipino foods, pancit, which is noodles with veggies, chicken adobo, which is pretty much chicken boiled in soy sauce and vinegar, and kare, which is a mixture of peanut butter and tomato sauce, and it's pretty good.
That was our daughter eating it with a smile on her face.
That is a real bat.
That is a real bat. They boil it in a coconut broth with onions and ginger and...
And what's it called?
Fruit bat soup.
Did it taste good or not really? No. How's that for exotic? I should totally go there and do an episode. Gotta keep building that budget. We took Nick, Marilyn, and the kids to a place in downtown Jacksonville called Hawkers. To hawk possessions is to sell them. A lot of times overseas, a market will be divided up into stalls, and you'll call these hawker stalls. A person will hawk their merchandise, their food, stuff like that. Hawkers, the restaurant, brings that same idea to Jacksonville. Just their menu alone is enough to suspect that they have been reading the journal of my hopes and dreams. Basically, you think tapas. You go there and you share. I got down on some Vietnamese food. A lot of people call these summer rolls, but they're actually called boi con, something like that. I love these. You dip them in peanut sauce. We got some spring rolls as well. Some different kinds of noodles, edamame for the kids, meat skewers, fried rice, Thai iced tea. Yes! That Thai iced tea though. I love it. I love Hawkers, okay? I love this place. I would invest in a place like this, alright? The vibe is a little too hip for me. I'm not quite cool enough to fit in there. More comfortable on the street, but it's all here. It's all under one roof. Look them up if you're in Jacksonville, alright? Hawkers is my jam. We've met a lot of new people in Season 7, so how about a few more? You already know Chuck and Carolyn. we had them over for some hot pot, along with Cesar and Sarah. Cesar is a local comedian slash Renaissance man. He graduated from college along with Chuck and myself, comm majors, y'all. We made a lot of videos, which are now embarrassing. At the time, we thought we were so cool. Hashtag hindsight. Here are some of my friends' thoughts on two snacks we've already seen this season. Hot pot and glutinous rice balls. Okay, what we're gonna eat tonight is called hot pot. In Chinese, it's called ho guo.
That's inappropriate.
Yeah, there's sweet potato, regular potato, this is squash, this is called lian cai, this is lotus root. Got some bok choy, we have some white eggplant, rice noodles, we have beef and lamb. These are fish balls, they're not our favorite, this is probably the weirdest thing we have. Fish balls, although dessert's a little weird too.
They're larger than I thought they'd be. Fish bags.
This is regular tofu, this is very thin tofu, and then this is called fish tofu. There's no fish in it, it's just like a fish flavor. It's like tofu. Baby oil. You can also add soy sauce if you want it to be saltier.
Yeah, oh my god, I love it.
Do some more.
It tasted like lasagna cheese. Well, thank you for recording that, and then now everyone that watches is like, hey, who's that moron? Sichuan peppers, and they have the same effect as Novocaine.
Similar, yeah.
Similar effect. I'm about to put this in my mouth.
He did it undercover. Yeah.
Sneaky.
I wanted to share the experience.
Wow, it is really numbing my tongue right now. It feels like when you put a penny in your mouth.
So it feels like when you're 2.
Hey, you know, sometimes you gotta make sure these nickels ain't fake.
I've been very impressed by you guys' chopstick skills, I'm not gonna lie.
Right there. That's a good one right there.
Right, here's the table, post-feast. Okay, favorite thing you tried?
I mean, the pea.
Do you know the real name of it?
I forgot the whole name. I'm gonna just call it lasagna cheese.
Tofu pea.
Say it again?
Tofu pea.
Tofu pea.
I like the fish tofu.
Nice. What did it remind you of?
Scallops.
Mm-hmm.
Lotus root.
Okay, nice.
Crunchy.
For an experience, I gotta say the peppers.
Black sesame.
Okay.
But
Is it really, really hot?
yeah, it's very hot.
If you do the whole thing, it's probably gonna be a little hot
It's
in your
gonna
mouth.
be too much in your mouth if you do the whole thing.
So just bite it. All right, this rice is like all over my gorilla lips right now. Good.
I like peanut butter.
Yeah.
Sticky rice.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed it, street foodies, because I sure did. I'll be updating my patrons about developments for season 8, and when the snacks are in the can, I'll start to release the next season. But until I see you again, keep eating it on the street, and you know. Street food. I just watched that episode again, and I am stoked to get back to China. I am Stokeville right now. I am Alexis de Stokedville. One more time, I want to give a shout out to the surfing violinist. Okay, check his channel out. Cesar has a podcast for Jacksonville nerds, the Short Box Podcast, or you can look him up in the local comedy scene. Chuck's at a business in Gainesville called Fracture. They print high-res photos directly onto pieces of glass. It's pretty sweet. Check him out. Let's talk about a microphone, okay? Y'all have been saying to me, get a mic, and look, I did. My problem is, the camera I'm using has a weird 2.5 millimeter port. I bought the mic, but it doesn't fit in the port. It's non-standard, and I have not been able to find like an adapter. I have been looking for an adapter for this thing. It's a problem, okay? Look, I'm aware of it. I know it. I have made efforts to address the problem. They have thus far been fruitless, but I am aware of it, still working on a solution. Finally, if you've had a favorite snack from this season, please share it below. That crunch wrap, right?